Hello and welcome to another episode of the TSP. Today we are going to be discussing the Thrift Savings Plan. What is it? How does it compare with other investment strategies? How to manage and access your funds, and much more. But before we dive in, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe, which helps the TSP in its mission of connecting veterans with the benefits they have earned and deserve. Today we are joined by Mike Jerue, the Deputy Chief Investment Officer for the Thrift Savings Plan. Mike, thanks so much for flying in.
Thanks, Paul. Good to be here.
And so for our audience out there, a Thrift Savings Plan is available to government employees. It's also available to those that are in uniform. So what is a Thrift Savings Plan? What is it all about?
I think the best way to think about the Thrift Savings Plan, TSP as we call it for short, is the 401k for, as you said, all civilian and military members. So it is the employer-sponsored savings plan for your retirement. In this case, the employer is the U.S. government, so it covers federal civilian employees and members of the uniformed services.
And so before we dive into, the different strategies that someone can employ and how to utilize and all that kind of stuff, how long has the TSP been around?
Well, the legislation that created us was passed in 1986, and then the TSP opened for business the following year. So we've been around about 36 years now.
Wow, so it's pretty new, actually.
Relatively speaking, yes. In fact, a lot of participants who were federal civilian employees back then are just now reaching retirement age. So they've had their whole career with the TSP, but they're the first of that kind. Interesting.
And so where is it based out of and who manages it?
Well, we are an independent federal agency based in Washington, D.C. We have about 250 employees, and many of us happen to be veterans, myself included. So we are dedicated to running the TSP in the best interest of all of our participants and beneficiaries.
And what is the major, if you're going to do your elevator sales pitch on why someone should be using TSP, what would it be?
I would say, first and foremost, we keep the fees as low as possible. It's a plan, as I said, we're all federal employees running it. In fact, we are participants ourselves. So we have our own vested interest in making sure it's a well-run plan. And so we strive to keep our fees low, keep our choices great, make the whole plan, the whole participant experience in the plan just as simple and comprehensive as possible.
Connect with the benefits you earned and deserve. Visit news.va.gov for current events, sign up for the Vet Resources e-newsletter, subscribe on YouTube for content like the SITREP and VR5, or follow VA on social media. Visit the video description below and get connected today.